Hello everyone, and welcome to this didactical session about the American cowboy, which is a part of the US history. The ninth graders I'm teaching have been learning about these things the last weeks. The competence aims after year 10 from the English curriculum. The ones I have focused are from culture, society and literature, explain features of history and geography in Great Britain and the USA, oral communication, express and justify own opinions about different topics, understand the main content and details of different types of oral texts on different topics. And these three aims will in a way basically cover what we focus in this period. So what are the learning aims for this week? In year 9 we are in the middle of a project about the USA where we focus geography and history. We have been learning about early history, the Asians, the Vikings, Columbus. We have been talking about different wars, the British and the French and the Indians, of course, the Lewis and Clark expedition, and even more. When it comes to geography, we have been figuring out basic things that you should know when we have finished up this theme. And the learning aims for this particular week are that they should understand and explain what led to the heydays of the cowboys, how they lived and what they were like, and what kind of clothes and equipment they had. For example, this typical cowboy hat called Stetson. So, how could we do this? First, background information. What do they know from before about cowboys? Have they seen any movies? Have they read any comic strips? Maybe they have read some books, pictures from before, just to get them motivated. We try to find some cuts on YouTube showing typical cowboy movies from the 50s, 60s. That's how it all started. Just as a warming up activity. Then I plan to show a picture of a cowboy, just to focus clothes and equipment. Do they know any of these things? For example, do they know why the cowboys had boots with tipped toes and high heels? There is, of course, a text about American cowboys in the book, but I have, as you can see, planned to start by playing a song called Cowboy Logic, performed by Michael Murphy. I found this song and I thought it would be a good one because firstly, it was easy to understand, and secondly, it says quite a lot about what it's like to be a cowboy, or what it was like. We focused the lyrics. The students, they have their own iPads, so it will be easy for them to just find the lyrics on the internet, and by that getting ready for listening in class. While listening, they are supposed to point out important sentences. Maybe they have to make notes, and there will be time given to do so. After that, they share ideas in pairs. They sit together 2 and 2, and that would be easy to put their heads together and start sharing ideas. And then we need to share in class. What does this text tell us about cowboys? After that, they can work either individually or in pairs to go even deeper into the text, or they could start working with the text in their Crossroads A, which is our book, to find even more information about the cowboys. For example, about the Texas Longhorns that they were chasing and collecting, and the Mustangs that they needed when they wanted a new horse. Where could they get it from? And by this, I hope that we will be ready for our next step. Just a little bit back to the song Cowboy Logic. For example, if it's a fence, mend it. If it's a dollar bill, spend it. Okay, what does this say about cowboys? Or if it's a horse, ride it. If it hurts, hide it. Again, this might tell us a few things about how cowboys were expected to behave. So hopefully this will be a good starting point for getting them motivated. What about the assessment then? The pupils, they have known from the very beginning that there is going to be a group session where we get together, 3 pupils, 4 pupils, together with the teacher, where we share information about the US history and geography based on what we have learned the past 6-7 weeks, including cowboys, of course. And by doing it in a group, they will get the opportunity to speak a lot if they have anything to say. We know that many pupils they don't like to do this in full class, so doing it in a group will be good, I think. Yeah, I apologize for presenting this one in Norwegian, but as early 9th graders, I think it's very important that they all know what it takes to achieve low, medium, or high skills when it comes to evaluation. That's why this one is put into Norwegian. And hopefully by this it will be easy for them to understand how to prepare to do their very best. Sources, I will mention 2 that I found inspiring. Let's start with the one called An Integrated Approach to Teaching Literature in the EFL Classroom by Christine Savidou. In her compendium, I found an integrated model. I think it's O'Brien, 1999. There is a model in 6 stages, starting with preparation and anticipation and moving on in the end to interpretation and personal response. And I think this model, in a way, is a basis for the way I have planned here. The other one is Colley Slater, Teaching Literature in the Classroom, where it was mentioned cultural enrichment, which I would say is being done here by introducing a song, and also something about supplementing the printed page, which is very important, especially for students that find English hard. And I think we have done so in this session. Okay, thank you for listening. Bye.